Hello, everybody. It's Gloria from Gigi the Crochet Queen, where I bring my love of crochet to inspire you to learn to crochet or to advance your skills. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for my new subscribers, welcome and thank you for subscribing. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for returning. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you will always be notified when I am on. So let's see who joins me on this happy Friday. Everybody loves a Friday. Let me close out some of these tabs I have open that I don't need open. Maybe that'll help me too with my StreamYard streaming. What is that? Okay. Got a lot of other stuff open that I don't really need to have open. All right, so I got some of them closed. So if you are doing the temperature granny with me, I am today, it was at noontime, it was 69 degrees. So I am back to turquoise. Almost finished with the month of January. Ooh, is this the right? Yeah, this is the right one. I've been doing so many projects, I forget what hook I use. And I'm real frustrated right now because I can't find one of my hooks that I started a purse with. I have no idea where it is. I only have a little of this turquoise. I really don't want to have to go and buy another. Well, I'll use what I have. And I bet you Joann's, I wonder if they have the pounders on sale. If not, we'll see if they have a 40% off coupon so I can get it on sale. Let me see, yarn. Who makes the pounders? Who makes the pounders? Oh, I can't even think. Hello, Serenity. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. And how are you doing? And what's your weather like? What you're working on? I am trying to remember. Ooh, wow, Karen Simply Soft is $5.49. Whoa. Trying to remember who makes the pounders. I buy them and never really pay attention to. I can see it in my head. Is it Yarn Inspirations? Who makes the pounders? Is Lion Brand? Okay, Pound of Love. Lion Brand makes the Pound of Love. Oh, perfect. It is on sale. Let me see if they have it in turquoise. Oh, Karen. Well, this one, I think this is the one I'm looking for, Pound of Love. I think, let's see if they have turquoise. Yep. Yeah, it's the Pound of Love, Lion Brand Pound of Love. And it is on sale. Woohoo! Mm, Not available. Let's see if it's in the other store. Not available. Nah, it's not in any of the stores. Wow. That sucks. Hello, Laura. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. And I hope you had a thumbs up when you came in. Hope all you did. What are you working on and what's the weather like in your area? I thought I filed this down. I can feel it catching. Hello, how are you today? MOBS Yarny and Cooking. What are you cooking or what are you working on? And what's the weather like in your area? Hey, Regina, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. How are you? What you working on? Hope you get a thumbs up. And what's the weather like? We're going to be getting cold weather. I mean, we woke up to cold weather, but it's supposed to get a whole lot colder this weekend here in sunny South Florida. Hey, Charlie Berry came in from VJ Ray. Thank you so much. And I hope you had a thumbs up when you came in. What's the weather like where you are and what are you working on? Laura says, nothing in my hands at the moment. Do I have a, I don't have a file. Shoot, shoot, shoot. All right. Charlie Bear saying hello to everybody. Says in the ads, thank you for being in the ads for me. I just got home from work and it's still snowing here. Ooh, where's here? I always forget. So if I forget your name and I forget where you are, one day it'll all mesh into the brain. I try. I have so much on in my brains, I can't keep a whole lot of other stuff in there. When you work more than 40 hours a week, it is hard to keep other things in your brain. That's why I always have papers near me so I can write things down. And I think I must have misplaced my papers with my names on it. Yep, it's somewhere in this messy room. Oh, Pennsylvania. I'm working on a knitted dog sweater for our oldest pit bull. He has arthritis. It's 50 degrees and sunny in Portland, Oregon. You all have pit bulls. I'm not a dog girl. And the county that I live in, pit bulls are banned. I don't know if they changed the laws, but as far as I know, they are banned. I'm guessing they probably were banned. Maybe people were doing dog fights or something. I don't know why they're banned, other than the fact that they definitely have the stigma of being vicious dogs. So I don't know what brought it about, but I'm guessing that is probably something to do with that. In the 40s, sunny in Seattle. Ooh. So it's not raining. It's sunny in Seattle. That's cool. Regina says 46 with rain changing over to snow. Just finished my amigurumi duck posted on picture on your Facebook page. Oh, did you? Ooh, have to go look at that. It's snowing here in West Virginia at 28 degrees. Ooh, burr. Been snowing 2 hours now, starting to stick. Oh boy. Boy, boy, boy. Hey, Kivia, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. And I hope you did a thumbs up when you came in. What are you working on and what's the weather like where you are? Hey, GGP, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. And I hope you did a thumbs up when you came in. What are you working on and what's the weather like where you are? I'm working on my My granny square blanket, my granny square, my temperature granny square. This is day 28. And as I said, it was 69 degrees at noon. All my temperatures are for noon time, which I did turn on the heat. I was like, it's kind of chilly. I turned the heat on, and then when I finally looked at my phone, I was like, oh, that's why it's chilly. But it's gonna get even lower this weekend. That's all we have ever owned is pit bulls and have two right now, 10-year-old and a 2-year-old. Oh wow. It doesn't always rain here. Well, I know it doesn't, but that's what they it's just like they say it never rains in Southern California, but we know it does. QBS and hi to Chi. Like we don't always have hurricanes, but that's what we're known for. I'm sure they come through, and some of them come, and they don't even come to the state. They just stay out in the ocean. Those are the ones I like the most. You can form, just don't come our way. Trying to remember. I don't think. Nope. I don't. We didn't. Nothing. Nope. Because I don't remember putting up any shutters last year. So knock on wood. Hopefully this year will be the same. Because hurricane season is a long season. June 1st to November 30th. That is a long season. Pit bulls are the sweetest, most kind and loyal. It's all in how you raise them. Mine are 8 and 2 years old. Rocky and Rico. Yeah, that's with any animal, but since they've been attached to the dog fighting and all that stuff, and a lot of people get them and make them very aggressive like that. So, but as I said, I'm not a dog person. I don't care what kind of breed it is. That is just not my thing. I stay out of their way and they stay out of mine. I'm a chicken. I don't think well, I wasn't raised with animals anyway, so that could be another reason. Mm, Dan Sim, hello all from Los Angeles. How's the weather in Los Angeles? Thank you for joining me. I hope you get a thumbs up. Let me see. Say hi to Serenity. I won't tell you the weather here. Oh, you can tell me. I My AC is on right now because it went from the 60s to the 70s. Mm, let me see. Hello, Salome. Good evening, Gigi from Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. What's the weather like where you are? I bet you it's really nice. 77 and sunny. Yep. That's what it should be. I know probably the panhandle of Florida is going to be really cold because it's right there by Georgia and Alabama. So I'm sure they're going to get more cold than we are. But I don't have to work in it, so it doesn't bother me any. I stay right here under the heater and crochet and be quite happy. And hello. Working on face mask. Oh, good for you. It's cool. Yeah. I think the last time you were on here, you said it was cold. Let me see. I went through typhoon typhoon season in Guam. Ooh, in Okinawa. We get The leftovers of tropical storms here. Those typhoons are nothing to play with. I think that's really scary. All that water just washing the place completely away. And when they had the typhoon in Sri Lanka, it was kind of like when I was in the army and they had the desert storm, and it was like had never heard of this place until that happened. And Sri Lanka never heard of it until that happened. I don't know why I have this over here when it should be over here because this yarn keeps going across my leg. But I'm not a world traveler, so a whole lot of places I haven't heard of. But there's a whole lot of places I want to see. Mm, it's that crochet halter back in your background. I love it. Yeah. Ooh, I never know. Yeah, I just did that for Black History Month, and of course, I have yet to post it in um, my Etsy shop. I haven't even posted it on Facebook. Did I post it on Facebook? I think I did. I can't even remember. Oh, you were in the Air Force. Let me see. I'm doing a year-long granny square temperature blanket. Well, granny squares, but actually, I think I'm gonna do something else with the squares. But this will be my first one to see if it works out the way I want it to. And if it does, then that's what I'll be doing with the squares. So I don't particularly like to sew because initially I was going to do a square a week and join them together. And then I was like, I'd probably have a pile of squares looking at me saying, are you gonna put us together? What you gonna do with us? Then eventually I'll get to the point where I'll get bored with it, and then they'll go into file 13. So I did not want that to happen. So I said, well, why don't I just do a square a month? Then instead of having to sew 52 squares together, I will only have to sew 12 big ones together. And then something else popped into my head. So the something else, if it works out all right, hopefully you all will see it by next Friday or Saturday. If it doesn't, I will continue on because starts Tuesday. We shall see. We shall see. Fingers crossed. And where is my? I really need to go through this room. I'm so ticked off that I cannot find, and I need that hook because I'm never going to be able to finish that cardigan without that hook. Two of my uncles were in the army. All this military power in here. I wanted to do a year-long blanket, but decided to put it off till next year because I've got 4 blankets that I've started that need finishing. One is with the hexagons that, oh, you have fun with that. It's gonna be pretty, but you have fun with that. Yeah. This is the first time I'm doing any year-long project. Well, I take that back. When Jada and Stitches had her She did a stitch a month, a new stitch per month, and as I said, I got to about June, and I never finished the second half of the year, and I kept saying, "Oh, I need to go back and look at see what the stitch is," and then strip that I had, since I never got back to it, I ditched it. And right now I couldn't even tell you what stitch, even if I kept it and looked at it, I probably wouldn't even remember the stitches because none of them really got me. None of them like, ooh, I want to do that. I want to do that. None of them. Probably maybe the second half, but the first half, no. I want to start doing some beach vest as I finish with the face mask. Yeah, I should do some of that stuff. My problem is me and math are not friends, and I tend to make like that. Mm, it may fit me a little, but now I'm chunky. I don't know, but I usually use my body as my guide to make a lot of stuff, and there's too many body types. So I don't do wearables because I don't like to do math. Mm. Hey Vivian, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a thumbs up when you came in. What are you working on and what's the weather like where you are? Kia saying hi, saying hi. Hey Laura's Yarn Talk. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. And I hope you had a thumbs up when you came in. What are you working on and what's the weather like where you are? I come from a family military member, same with my exes, my son-in-law and one son are Marine veterans, another son in the Navy. Oh yeah, you got them all. Mm, you have them all. Nah, I didn't come from a long line of veterans. That was my escape. Since I wasn't ready to go to college, that was my escape from being at home. But I didn't retire, which I said I should have, but honey, I did not want them playing with my life anymore after Desert Storm. I said, I'm out. I was too much stress for this girl. Working on a king size blanket. Ooh, huh? So when you are making a king size blanket, is that the only project you're doing, or are you doing other ones in between? I'm doing a queen size for my mom, and maybe one day it'll get finished. But I went about it the wrong way, so now I'm making a second. I'm doing the love throb blanket, the corner to corner, and I showed it to her, and she was like, "Oh, I hope you make it big enough for my bed." I was like, "Oh man, all I wanted to do was make a little cute blanket and just give it to her." Nope. Well, actually, it wasn't going to be a blanket. It was just going to be that Grafghan. So, anywho, I made it, and then I was like, okay, I'll just add trim around and it'll get big enough to get on the bed. And then I got sick of that. And then someone suggested, why don't you just make another um that graph, the heartthrob graph, and then put them together and then do a border. So that's why I'm making a second one. I don't know who suggested that, but thank you, whoever suggested it. So I can't remember who did. So tonight, I think I'm gonna work on that. I have too many projects going on at one time, as always, and I need to get some things finished. So I'll work on that because I definitely want to get to um, row 55. I think is row 55 is where you start decreasing, and I'm in the 40s right now. So I need to get this thing done because I'm tired of it already. But I'm the only female. It was my escape too. I got out before stuff in the golf started. Oh, see, yeah, babysitting, and it's 44 degrees and windy. Ooh, stay warm. I have like 7 others. I've been working on this blanket for like 5 years. Oh, I don't feel bad because I've been working on this blanket for my mom for like 2 years. Does the same to make my clothes using my okay, I did do a beret with a headband and looks great, just right, and went to my bed this morning. Okay. Let me see. Right now, my cat is sleeping on the blanket, so I picked it up. Picked up one of the others. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Those projects are way too big. I said when I finish this one, I don't ever, ever, ever want to do another big blanket again like this. And when I see people saying they're doing a king size and then the California kings, which are much bigger than a regular king, nope, I'm tired from it. It's time for me to do um, little things. I think that's why I like doing earrings because it's like almost it's self gratification for me when I finish a pair of earrings because it's quick and I got something wearable really fast. Oh, let me show you these. I made these cuties. Now that's a boysenberry and topaz. And I made these because my high school colors are scarlet and gold, but this is as close as I can get to scarlet and gold without using like red. And I thought I was going to go to a funeral tomorrow until I realized, like, no, that's not my classmate. That's his brother. And I don't really know the brother. And so I made these because I was going to wear them to represent our high school, but I don't have to go. And then I made this cute little purse because I think it was Marshall that told me about using the canvas bags. I used my little canvas bag and I made this cute little purse. And I had these handles, but what I didn't do is, like I said, I hate math. I never measured them. I where they should be, my handles. I said, hey, look, I think. And then I was like, yeah, it's kind of off. So, this will be mine. But I just love it. I can't wait to fill it up with the stuff to see how it does. But I like it. It's cute. It turned out the next time I do it, I'm going to use a smaller hook because I used an H hook with this. And I think the next time I do it, I want to do a smaller hook. This is the hot sauce yarn that I purchased a couple of weeks ago. And I was so anxious to use it, but I did not like the feel of it. It has that typical rough feel of the red heart yarn. Some of that red heart yarn got softer, but this was not soft. But it's perfect for a purse because I'm not gonna be like touch this won't be on my body. So it turned out I think it's really cute. I like it. So those canvas bags will come to great use for me. It started out as a knit green, started out as a knit queen size, then daughter got a king, so I had to figure out what to do with. Oh wow! Thank you, Laura. Hey, Jeanette of DOY Creations, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Oh, you're in the ads. Thank you for being in the ads for me. Yeah, at least I remember to turn them on. Some days I forget. I have a sticker right here to remind me, and I still forget some days. So, and I made these. This is the Mexicana crochet thread. I was so ready to make them. So I saw that thread and it had some purple in it. I was like, yes, yes. Yes, I'm going to make some earrings. I'm sure I'll be making some more this weekend. So I bought 10, I think it was 10 balls, skein, whatever the crochet thread is. I think I bought 10 of them. Hey Diane, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a thumbs up when you came in. And what's the weather like? Jeanette, what's the weather like where you are? What are you working on? And Diane, what's the weather like where you are? And what are you working on? Oh, and thank you for the thumbs up. Hey Tina, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Hello Gigi, I gave you thumbs up already. I know what happened. I didn't get an ad. Oh, I think it's the luck of the draw. Some people get ads, some people don't. On the earrings in the bag, looking lovely. Thank you so much. Um, so Tina, what's the weather like where you are and what are you working on? Yeah, I think I hope this at least finishes this, and then I'm gonna have to go to, I don't have any more turquoise. Hmm. And they don't, I cannot believe they don't have it. Well, let me see. I just type in turquoise yarn and see what happens. Yarn, acrylic, turquoise. Let's see what they have. How they showing all these? I'm gonna go to Google. At least Google is specific and gives you what you're looking for. Mm, hobby. Mm, none of that looks like turquoise to me. Oh, Impeccable has turquoise. Mm, okay. Actually, it doesn't. It looks more aqua than turquoise. But let me look. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it's Aruba blue. Mm, whatever. I'm working, so I'm letting you play on the download. Okay. Thank you. Hey, VJ, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Hello, all. What did I miss? You didn't miss much anything. I'm just asking, what's everybody working on? What's the weather like? What's your weather like? What you're working on? Uh, snowing here. Ooh, this is my square so far. This is January, and I'm running out of my. Oh, I just remembered. I have a $5 rewards card at Michael's. Cannot let that go to waste. Okay. You all just got me some Aruba blue. Let me see, where is it? In stock. What store is it in stock? I hope it's in the store that I want it to be in. Okay. Let me go. And where? Oh, there it is. I want to get, I got a $5 coupon and I get my military discount. Let me see. How many more days I think we're gonna have in the 60s? This month, maybe a couple of more. Since the month is out, well, nope, it's gonna go to green this weekend, I think. Um, and then it's gonna go back up into the 70s. So that'll be back to yellow. Um, then after that, we probably won't have any more in the 60s for a minute. Then it won't be in the 60s until the end of the year. Well, they're only small skeins, and this thing is getting bigger. Well, I'm going to get 5. Better safe than sorry because I don't want to look again. Add to cart. Okay, view my cart. Okay, VJ, can I use my coupon through the app, or do I have to use it in the store? Because if I have to use it in the store, then I'm gonna go to the store. Which store is it showing? Bradenton. I'm not going that far. No, you need to change that store. Oh, forget it. I have to go and look. Hey, Lori, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Did my thumbs up listening while making ham and cheese omelets for dinner. Ooh, I don't like eggs, so I'm gonna skip y'all for dinner tonight. Oh, speaking of dinner, I made my chili last night, but I didn't eat it. I tasted it, but I didn't eat it till today because as it was cooking, I had to eat something. Now, I know I should not have put the corn in there, but I put the corn in there anyway because I just wanted some corn. It is so delicious. Now, I won't do it with the corn again, but it's still delicious. And I just threw in what I could think to throw in there, and it turned out delicious. So that was my breakfast, and it was my lunch, and it will be my dinner too. Hey, Angela, happy Friday to you as well. And she's adding hi to Jeanette and to VJ. Lori, how's your weather there? I was It was snowing this morning. Didn't stick. 2060 feels like 13. Leaving ends on my interlock kitchen towel. Hot spiced chai tea and in my cup. Okay. And that was the other thing. I said I was gonna cut off drinking coffee after 2 o'clock and see if I sleep better. Yes, I do sleep better. And I did it whenever I said I was gonna start doing it, that's how long I've been doing it. And I might go past like to 2:30 or something because I forget I'm drinking or I get too caught up with work. But usually no later than 3:30, coffee is finished and no more after that. And considering I stayed up to almost midnight the past 2 days, I am not exhausted. And I slept. Tossed and turned a little, but I slept a lot more. So what I could do in the 20s, I cannot do in my 60s. So I cut the caffeine back. So if I can't get my 2 big cups by 2, it just won't be done. So I feel much better though. I didn't think I would. I didn't think it would make a big difference, but it did. BJ saying hi to Diane, Lori, and Angela. Cold. We had wet snow that's packed to the neighborhood rides. We had wet snow. What's the difference between snow and wet snow? I'm a Floridian. I don't know snow like that. Kivia saying hi to VJ. Roads. Okay, roads. Okay, so what's wet snow and what's regular snow? What's the difference? Saying hi to Lori. Kivia saying hi to Lori. VJ saying hi to Kivia. Okay. Is wet snow like mixed with rain or what? Nah, sound like my grandma's. Oh, summer soup. Some of this, some of that. Yep, I wanted that corn for I just had a taste. I hadn't had corn in a long time, and I just had a taste for some corn. I said, "Well, I'm throwing this can of corn right on in there," and I am enjoying. I did not have I only have a smidge of cornmeal, so I couldn't even make cornbread. But I did have some saltine crackers. They were okay, but I really missed the cornbread. If I don't go and get that um, the meal soon, oh, maybe I'll do that. Let me go to Target. If I don't get it soon, then that chili will be gone, long gone. Let me see. I'm gonna do pickup. So when I get off of here, it'll be ready for me. Um, what cornmeal? That's what I should have written. Cornmeal. Hmm. I hope they have some. Things are getting scarce around here. I don't want that jiffy. That's like eating a dessert. Okay. I don't particularly care for the yellow cornmeal, but I'll take it if that's all they have. Oh, wow. Then it goes to flour. I didn't ask for flour. I asked for cornmeal. It's got every flour under the sun. Under the sun. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Okay. I'm sure there's something else I can order in the meantime while I'm sitting here thinking about it. Kivia says hi to Angela. Wet snow makes slush. Oh, that packs down, turning to oh, dry snow blows around and off the road. Oh, oh, I learned something. Didn't know that. I just thought snow was snow was snow was snow. Hello, Nadine. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. How is your weekend? It's almost getting to start to be a weekend. I still got to work. How's the weather where you are, and what are you working on? Saying hi to Lori. Saying hi to Nadine. Saying hi to VJ. Saying hi to Angela. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Gloria's saying good evening. Saying hi to Nadine. Hi to Gloria. Okay. Yeah, I think a nice warm piece of cornbread. I may have to do this again because football is tomorrow. I think they have either the NFC or the AFC playoff game. I think it's tomorrow. Let me see. Let me check Mr. ESPN and find out. Are we gonna have a game tomorrow, or are both the games gonna be on Sunday? I hope not. I like them to spread it out so I can enjoy it more. Because when the season is over, I gotta wait how many more months? 5, 6 months before we do it again. Wet snow is what you want for a snowman. Oh, but not driving in rush hour. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Angela saying hi to Gloria. Gloria saying hi to VJ and Lori. Hello to Angela. It's sunny and lovely here. I am still working on my brother's scarf. Still been knitting. Okay. So looks like Seattle is in California are winning the temperature. Let me see. Let's go to the NFL. NFL. Oh, both of the games are on Sunday. Okay, so then I'm gonna have to cook this tomorrow because I am enjoying this chili. So I'll cook it tomorrow and have it for Sunday. Mhm. I wonder, did you see the beautiful, gorgeous all that I received from Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner as a swap? No, I didn't see. I've I've been working. Hey Gigi, hey chat, hey Adia, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. I hope I said your name right. What are you working on, and what's the temperature like where you are? Let me see, Gloria. Do you like knitting machine behind you? They're all right. I only use them to make hats every now and again. And most of the time they just sit there and collect dust. Um, I follow let me see, Jojo Juju. Where's that yarn? There was a piece of yarn sticking out somewhere. Oh, there it is. Um, I follow her and just to see if I'll get inspiration to do anything. I think because I crochet too much, I don't have time to pull that. And I hate the cranking part of it. Even though everybody said, "Oh, just buy one of those drills." I'm not buying a drill. If I was, doing that for a living, maybe I would invest in it. But just to do it occasionally, yeah. They're convenient if you want to crank out a whole bunch of hats or whatever you want to do with it. If it's something that you're going to make money off of, yeah, I would say yeah. Maybe invest in the crank thing, but the drill thing, whatever it is. But I don't use them enough to invest in some other gadget. So I just use them every now and again if I want to, especially when I buy yarn that I just want to see what it looks like knitted, and I don't knit at all. So I'll put it on there because and if you have a cake of yarn, a big cake of yarn, you can get like 3 hats out of that one cake of yarn. That's the other thing I like about it. And I like the feel of the knit hats. If I lived in a cold environment, I would always have a knit hat. The double layered, they are so warm, but I have no use for them. Maybe that's why I hardly ever use them. What chili recipe did you use? As Lori said, the some of this and some of that. I didn't use a recipe. I just used. Everybody kept telling me things to do, and I kept saying I could not find a specific recipe, but I knew what kind of taste I wanted. I definitely wanted that chili taste. So I just did the ground beef. I had onions, red pepper because they didn't have any green pepper, so I had the red pepper and jalapeno pepper. Um, Garlic salt, Lowry, not garlic salt, garlic powder, Lowry's, and cayenne pepper, and the kidney beans. And I had chicken broth on hand. I didn't have any beef broth. I had low sodium chicken broth, so that's what I used. And it turned out delicious for me. I think I'm going to actually do the low sodium chicken broth again instead of buying the beef broth. And I think and tomato paste because I wanted tomatoes that are the peeled ones and you can just squish them that are already like cooked and you just squish them in there. But I didn't have those, but I did have 2 plum tomatoes still in there. So are they plum tomatoes? Yeah, I think they were plum tomato. Not, what's the other word? What's the other word? They look like plum tomatoes. Now I can't even remember them. Anywho, that's what I did. So I used like a big tablespoon of the chili paste and put it in there. And then I chopped up the tomatoes and put it in there. It was delicious. I will be making that again. Maybe because it's cold, maybe that's why I want chili. I don't know, but I wanted chili. I wanted it all week. I'm avoiding my temperature blanket, but I'm knitting a blanket here ah, in Bronx, New York, 32 degrees here. Ooh, and snowing. Now you're avoiding the temperature blanket, but you're knitting one. Mm, okay. Oh my goodness. I made a bucket hat with blue yarn. Okay. I want to see that bucket hat. Did you post it? Cold here again. Yeah, it's cold in a lot of places. 32 degrees Fahrenheit and snowing as we speak, and will be 23 degrees tonight. Ooh, stay warm, stay warm. Tina saying hello to Nadine. Hope you are well. Someone stole mom's package off her porch. Honey, those porch pirates are, that's all they do. They have nothing else to do. Missy, hey, sweet lady, how are you doing? Are you going live again today? Yes, Roma tomatoes. Thank you, Lori. Lori's always in my head. You know, I don't know how she's always in my head, but there's always her and the other Lori, Lori J. They can always fill in the blanks for me. Mm. Yep, Roma tomatoes, because I love them. I love tomatoes. They don't necessarily love me, but I love them. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Uh-oh. Skip that. Are you sure? I don't know who you're talking to. Not yet. I don't know what these conversations. Maybe I missed something. That's my birthplace, Bronx, New York. I used to live on Washington Avenue. Mm. There is. I'm a big time crime buff, and I'm very fascinated with the mafia. And I remember when they did the Gotti story and all this stuff. I remember watching that. And well, today's Friday, so Wednesday they had something on a special something about something in lies. I can't remember the title of it, but it was all about the mafia. So I have been watching it in bit pieces. I said, okay, I can't watch it. I have to wait till I have nothing to do but to crochet and watch it. And everything that's on there, I've probably seen that, but the only thing I haven't seen are the family members of the mafia. I've seen like Gotti's family, but all these other people that were like the murderers, I haven't seen their family. And to see it from their point of view, like, he was just my dad. You all see this murderer, and this one girl, this one, I forgot whose daughter she is, but her father was the one that killed like 19 people. And she was like, and they said he killed more people than Jeffrey Dahmer and some other murderer. The guy that killed the ladies, that was Ted Bundy. They said he killed more people than Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer together. And I think he got like 5 years in prison or some ridiculous amount because he told the stories. And the girl was like, he was a murderer. He was I don't know why they compare him to them. He was a mobster, or is that what she called him? Something like that. I was like, he's a murderer. Mops, you want to what? Put a prettier name on it or what? He killed people for a living. That's what he did. He was a murderer. He wasn't a what do they call him? A serial killer, but he was a serial killer for the mafia. I was like, oh my God. Oh, delusional. But anywho, that's what your daddy did for a living, girl. Hi, BJ. Mom is going to the post office. Yeah. Oh, that's what you're sorry to hear about. Okay, now it's all coming back to me. I'm a mafia book reader. Are you? Do you read the real stuff or do you read the fake stuff? Cause, whoo, these people, they something else. Honey, even with the Ring doorbell, it doesn't, because for some reason mine is not picking up. Like, I get packages all the time and I never see who delivers them. I don't know what's going on with my doorbell. I need to email the guy. I was on with them one time. I just like, I don't get it. Mm. Still just crocheting. Oh, okay. Mm. My grandma was Brooklyn. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All these are New Yorkers. Only real stuff. Yeah, see, I'm a real crime person. I said, I know you can make up kind of stuff, but when you actually see the links that people will go and think nothing, I just don't. Whew. I'm sure maybe the first time they kill somebody, maybe that affected them in some kind of a way. But after 19 kills, mm-mm, mm-mm. And people that you talk to, these are not like Jeffrey Dahmer and what, Ted Bundy. He did not personally know these people. These When you hear these mafia people's children talk about, well, he was my uncle, and we in our families we did this and that and the other together. I'm like, that's like Cain and Abel. That's how I see it. It's scary. If she has a ring, she might be able to see who picked it up. Yeah. My family is tired of issues with my is ouch. Let me see. Yvette New Croutons, Park South, now Milton, New York. My daughter lives in Orlando, told me the temperature was going down in yep, see it? Yeah, they're gonna have it cold up there. And they had to scrape frost off the car windows earlier this week. I believe it. I had to go to that area when I trained for the job I have now, and it was cold up there. That's why I don't know what happened to my shrug, because I had made the shrug and I took it up there with me. Thank goodness, because it was cold. And I got into my car. It was 30 degrees. I don't even think my car has ever registered 30 degrees before. It was so cold. I was like, my God, who brought this cold weather in here? Lots of people don't feel the fixers in organized crime should be given the same sentences. The thinking is, don't screw over the mob. I mean, what did you think would happen? Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Someone said, they went into this organization. They knew the consequences of crossing them. If you messed up, that was your pen. They didn't beat you up; they killed you. It's so because when you hear about the loan sharks, if you don't give them their money, they're gonna beat you up, break your arms, and if you are part of that inner circle, you mess up, price of death. That's your price. Sorry to phone so slow. I'm 70. Oh, is Cortona? Is that your name? Let me see. Let me sorry for the response. So slow. I'm 70. It's Cortona. What's Cortona? Don't worry about it. You 70, I'm 60. We all gonna get there. God willing, we all gonna get there and we gonna all be slow because we're not 20 anymore. Jeanette says hello to everyone that she missed. Jeffrey Dahmer killed two of my friends, different people's brothers. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that lady, the one brother, his sister was there and she went off in the courtroom. But I knew he would not last very long in prison, and he only did 2 years before somebody beat him to death. Yeah, that's autocorrect. It definitely will autocorrect you because it just wants to say what it wants to say. Yeah, but I'm intrigued. I always like to see the family's perspective. And the one guy who I can't remember which one was his dad, he said his dad would say, um, "I'm going to work. Oh, I'm going to do a job," or something like that. That was his way of saying, "I'm going to murder somebody." I'm like, "Oh my God." But of course, when he's young, he doesn't realize that. But of course, as he gets older, he realizes, oh, that's what I'm going to do a job. That's what that meant. That is crazy. It's so I don't know. And of course, they lived a great life because they controlled everything in New York. Everything. You couldn't get um, a permit for anything unless you had to go through them. Oh, Cortona Park is in the Bronx. Oh, okay. Over my head. I'm a Floridian. I couldn't even tell you where the Bronx is. I know it's in New York, but I couldn't tell you how the boroughs, what part. I've been to Manhattan, and I think we went to Harlem. Because isn't that where Apollo Theater is in Harlem? And Sylvia's? I think that's Harlem. But we were on that subway system, which freaked me out. I was so amazed by it, but I was also freaked out about it because that underground thing just scared me. Oh, I was so happy we had someone that was had at least lived in New York and understood how it all worked. But I don't miss that part of it at all. That just was a little freaky for me. Chris called the radio station and said, "Don't worry, it's taken care of with Jeffrey Dahmer and Terry Anderson were killed the same." Who's Terry Anderson? I don't know who Terry Anderson is. That's scary. Mm, yeah, that subway system. This person that's used to being on top of the ground was like freaked out when we went underground. But we didn't have any problems because we had someone that knew how. I was so amazed. I think we went to Chinatown because, of course, they all wanted to go to Chinatown so they can all get purses and all these knockoff purses and stuff. I was like, girl, I just want to eat. I didn't buy a single purse while I was there. I wanted to get me something to eat while I was there, and I ate. I looked around. One of the ladies went into a van. I was like, girl, we stood there because we were like, why was she going to a van with people you don't even know? She came out, I guess, with whatever she wanted. I said, it's just not worth it. And then so we got on the subway we and it was so funny because we went there to see the color purple. And the hotel that we were in, we went and asked because we thought we were gonna have to take a taxi to um Broadway. And our hotel was 2 blocks from Broadway, so we all walked. We were like, "Oh my goodness, we didn't know we were that close." But anywho, I think that was so funny. Um, when we came back from Chinatown, I think we come back from Chinatown because that's the only place I can remember. But we took the subway, and when we came out, when we walked up, we were right there at the hotel. I was like, "That is so freaky to me." Anywho, it was quite a trip. He lied, and a black man killed his wife in Wisconsin. Huh? He lied, and a black man killed his wife in Wisconsin. Who lied? Oh, girl, you got some stuff going on there. Oh, the E freaked you out? Ah, saying hi to Angela. Hi to Valerie and Yvette. I don't like going through tunnels. They go underwater when driving. It gives me the creeps. We have, at least where I am, we have one tunnel, but it doesn't go underwater. It just goes under the road that's up on top of it. And that's what they want to do. They want to build tunnels here to I don't know if it's supposed to cut down on the traffic or what, but I'm like, I don't want to get caught. Like the tunnel that I go through, you don't get caught in traffic. I cannot imagine you building a tunnel in down in Miami and people not getting stuck in. I don't want to be stuck in that tunnel. I don't. That just no. I don't want to be stuck nowhere like that. We were in New York and we're not allowed to go with cousins to a family birthday party. All this New York talk. Where's Nene? I don't know. And I to Angela, number 2 train. When I took my daughter to see the Christmas tree in New York, and we stayed at a hotel somewhere near LaGuardia Airport. I think that's the airport we flew into. And it was very nice because the hotel people picked us up, and it was at we stayed at the Hampton Inn, and the hotel person came and picked us up from the airport. We got in like midnight because I screwed up that whole trip. I thought I was making um, reservations for 8 in the morning, and I actually made them for 8 at night. So we only got one full day in New York, but it was fun. We met our friend down there. We did a quick tour. We saw everything we could possibly see in 24 hours. And so I asked them, I said, how do we get downtown? He says, oh, just get a ticket, get on the train, and it'll take you downtown. We did that. It was a nice train ride. Get to see the big old mural of Biggie Smalls. I don't know what area of New York that's in, but it was huge on side of a building. When we got down there, and he says, hold on to your ticket because that ticket will get you on the bus to come back. Gloria loses the tickets. So my friend has to find change for us to get on the bus to take us back to the hotel. Oh my goodness, that was such a quick, it was such, I'm so glad my daughter just went with the flow because I think as long as I was calm, she was calm. But it was quite an experience. Terry Anderson, he went to the police station on television, he lied to the police. I'm gonna have to look him up. Saying hey to Regina. Saying hi to all. Yes, Valerie, you are so right about Mr. Anderson. Yes, Milwaukee, Wisconsin is still talking about those killers. Wow. Brooklyn, New York. So are you telling me that's where I was? I was in Brooklyn? Or is that where Biggie's picture is? Everyone was talking funny at folks. Everyone was looking funny at folks at each other. I bet they were. Ah, yeah, I like New York, but it's too fast for me. I think I would have to get outside of the city and see the other parts of New York where other people live. I saw that city part. And it was so funny when we got picked up from the airport to be taken to the hotel, and our driver hit another thing. We Floridians, if you hit somebody in Florida, you stop, you get out. But we were on that bridge, and our driver says, huh, we don't, he's like, do you not see all these dings on these bumpers? We don't stop for that. Plus you don't want to be um on that bridge blocking traffic for that reason, I guess. I don't know. But it was funny. Okay, so Gigi said, yep. So I'm guessing Brooklyn is where, okay, is Brooklyn where I was, or is Brooklyn where Biggie's thing was? Yeah, I live across the street from the 3rd Avenue subway. I passed it before I go to school in the late 60s. I got invited chaperone spring break college tour. I kind of want to go, but I can barely keep up with these teenagers in the school building. I might be too old. Yeah. So where are they going for this tour, first of all? I am too slow for New York for real. Yeah, I am too. Oh, Biggie. Okay, so Biggie is Brooklyn. Okay. Mm, so where were we then? Um, so I guess we were in a different borough. Why can't I think of, because I don't think we were in Brooklyn. We were, where's the city, I don't know. I think that's the baseball field. Where is that? City something. I don't know where we were. I just got a hotel that was close to the airport. DMX is from Yonkers. I know that only because I watched his funeral procession coming out of Yonkers. Oh, Queens. That's yeah. Okay, so we were in Queens and we went through Brooklyn to get to Manhattan, but it was next to Brooklyn. Okay. It's 4 or 5 HBCUs and half dozen social justice sites between here and Southern Alabama. Ooh, girl. Yeah. 5 HBCUs. Ooh, honey. And they gonna put on a show and everything. Mm-mm. Might be fun though. Just make sure you keep tabs of them youngsters. Yankees ballpark. Is that where the Yankees play? Mm, there's City Island and Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Okay, no. So we were in Queens, wherever City something, City Field. Yes, City Field is in Queens. So we were in Queens because the hotel was right near that City Field. And we went in the wintertime and it wasn't too bad. I think it was probably in the 40s, which I was really surprised it wasn't really cold in December. But we had a nice time for all of 24 hours. All of 24 hours. Delancey Street. Okay. I don't even remember. Hey, all driving home. Hey, Melanie, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Hope you did a thumbs up when you came in. Right, the show, but exactly. Keeping tabs. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah. How many of them you have to be in charge of? Now, if they're gonna give you like 4 or 5 each, but if you got to take care of 10 or 15, be safe, Mel. Let me see, teenagers. Yeah. I tell my daughter every day, I'm so glad you grown. Ooh, I can stand her as a teenager. Woo, that girl, every gray hair I have on my head, she contributed to it. I don't care what anybody says. Woo. And I could not even, I tell her all the time, I am so glad we didn't go into shutdown while you were in school because one of us would not have made it. And I think it would have been her. Ooh, but then again, she probably could have been plotting against me too. I give all praise to those moms and dads that had to stay home with their children. Mm, mm, that is no joke. That's why you have to marry someone that you really, really, really have more than just love for it. They gotta be friends. You gotta be able to have good conversations and um be able to weather the storm together. Because if it's just somebody that you got second thoughts about, they said that the divorce rates went up really big during this time. I can believe it. Somebody, I forgot who it was, like had gotten married and then got divorced like in a month. I'm like, what'd you get married for? Didn't y'all not know that it wasn't right? Mm. But I can't talk because my first husband, I certainly, when that lady says, "Well, I'm not really authorized to do weddings in Maryland. You're gonna have to come to our church tomorrow so I can legally do it." I should have said, "Peace, I'm out," but I didn't. I was sitting in that church saying, "Oh Lord, no! Why am I doing this? No." Stupid is as stupid does. So far, 5 very mature girls are the ones I would chaperone, but still, smart girls have raging hormones too. Yes, they do. And they smart, and they gonna think they can outsmart you. Melanie says, "Hey, Angela Young." BJ said, "Hey, Melanie." I agree with you 100%. My son was real pistol in a pack. He kept me on knees and I knocked him out a few times because he tried to flex and I flexed. Girl, hunty. Hey, BJ, and all in the chat from Tina. Hey, Tina. Hey, BJ. Yeah, I know she would have tried me. Being locked down. Listen, the little lockdown as an adult. The only thing I liked was that at the time she did not have a job, so she would prepare me dinner every day. That part I loved. Now I'm on my own. I have to do my own meals. But I'm glad she has a job. Thank you, Lord. One less financial burden for me. But I definitely give all praise to those parents that have to do that. I know my mom used to say all the time, "Ooh, I can't wait till school starts." She got tired of us being at home during the summertime. Mm, I don't know what this world is going to become in the next couple of years, but normalcy, I don't think that's in the cards. It's changed forever and ever and ever, ever and ever, ever, ever. That's God, why God gave a son, daughter would have been done. Son or daughter, honey. These youngsters. So when do you have to decide, Lori, if you're gonna chaperone these little chickadees? Mm-mm. Melanie says, "My daughter was easy to raise. I gave my son memorable spankings when he was young, and he is joy to raise now at 13. The belt is powerful. Keep one in my purse like my mom did." What they say, spare the rod. What is this? Uh, spare the rod, spoil the child. No, I don't think it's going to ever go away. We have too many people that won't do what they should do. No, it might go away in other countries as long as they keep us out of there. But when they had the thing in Tonga, they didn't want anybody to come to their country. They wanted help, but they wanted to be airlifted and dropped down to them. They didn't want people because they said they had been free of it I think they had like one case in the whole little country, and they didn't want anybody coming there to bring them anymore. I said, yes, more power to them. Oh, you don't know when you have to tell them? Well, it sounds like fun. Just have a good talking to those little chicks. Make sure you got their phone numbers, their mom and daddy on speed dial. They don't play with me, little girls. This is an educational trip. Keep your eyes off them little boys. I remember when I went to Howard University to take my LPN exam, and they had this a little cafeteria, I guess it was. I don't know what it was, but it was called the Punch Out, but it was like a little cafeteria place. And I sat there, I must have been on break or something. And I sat there. It was like at a tennis match. I just kept looking at the guys go by. That's all I kept doing. I was like, oh my God, I would not have done well at a HBCU. No, I never spared the rod on my son or nieces and nephews. Oh, honey, my daughter, she can definitely say she was never spoiled. And sparing the rod didn't mean a thing. That girl was headstrong. I was like, girl, whew, so grateful she grown now. But you know, every parent's dream is for their child to get punished by their own one day. I don't want her to have anytime soon, but when she does have one, I want that child to run her ragged. Dumb people in Cali think it's going away soon when they won't wear their mask or get back. Honey, I've had all of those things. I wear my mask. I don't play that at all because I'm protecting myself. You don't want to protect me, but I'm going to protect myself. And it's just mutating. That's all it's doing. It's just mutating. We started with the 19, went to that something else before Delta, which I can't even remember what it was. And now we on Omicron, which has now another variant. So, please, that's what people don't understand. That's why when you get the flu vaccine, it's always something different because the bug, the virus mutates. It changes. Anywho, I don't see us. I don't. At least I don't see myself walking around freely in this world without a mask for a long time because I want to live a very long life. If I can live as long as my grandmother, that would be great, and still have my sanity and some kind of good health. That's good. They call me Auntie Crazy behind my. They're dumb everywhere. Yes, they are. Almost no. None of them are. None of them. You should see the recruiter that came in yesterday. He looked like a yeah. Throw some water on the young girls. They really don't understand science or listen. No, they listen too much to that crazy talk. Child. Some of the stuff I hear that there was um Leslie Jones. I follow her. Is that her name? Leslie Jones? Yeah, I follow her on Instagram. She's always posting some crazy stuff. And she posted there was I think he was either a scientist or a doctor. I'm not sure who he was. And he was just talking. He's like, so you would rather take like some kind of a treatment and drink urine instead of taking a vaccine. He says, I can't. I just can't. I was like, urine? Whose urine are you drinking? Ew. Ugh, I don't get it. Yes, it is wonderful. Yes, it is. It is my friend. I make my little crochet ones. I put my little surgical ones underneath it, and I got some of those N95s my dad gave me, and I'm gonna go over to one of them stores and get my freebies too. Those girls were just giggling and tossing their I remember when I was in ninth grade, I had a crush on my science teacher, ninth grade. And when we had our class reunion, he was there. He still looks good. Oh, Melanie said, ew, uh-huh. When I heard that, I was like, drinking urine. Mm, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't understand it. And then the horse pills and our governor down here fighting tooth and nail to get that whatever the stuff he wants down here, um, uh, that the federal government says, "No, we're not funding that anymore. That doesn't work." He's like, they had people, it's just crazy. To say the least, it is crazy, and people do some crazy stuff, all in the name of, "I don't wanna do it. This is my body. I can do whatever I want to." And I said, "Yeah, that's all right." See, my thing is, I think our federal government has done enough. We are in year number 3 now. And I think at some point they need to stop funding, giving out all this stuff for free, and start putting it back on the ones that they don't want to do it. Then pay for your test. If your job says you need to have a test, and then if you don't want to get the vaccination, pay for your own test. I think they pandered to these people long enough. I'm over it. I don't know. That's the way I see it. Out there, mom's drinking you. Woo! I don't even know. I don't even know why. Where did they get that? And our Surgeon General, where did they pull his butt up from? What rock did he crawl up? Oh my God. He is such an embarrassment to the state of Florida. He is such an embarrassment to the Black community. He is such garbage. One of the state senators kept asking him, straightforward question: does the vaccine work? He went round and round and round, would never admit. He said, finally said that it is shown that it does help with hospitalizations, but it doesn't have a good chain, a good rating for the infection. Some foolishness he said. I was like, I don't, you can get anybody. They say it's just like statistics. You can get it to work any way you want it to work. Just put in the numbers the way you want them to go, and it'll come out the way you want it to come out. I when I saw him, I was like, Lord, get him, just get him away. I have colleagues who are still unvaccinated, and I caught the C twice and still is. No, you won't be. That that oh, I listened to some of our injured workers. They have the fog, the long haulers. They're long haulers, and it's going to affect them for a long, long time. And the ones that come off of the ventilators, whoo, they have a long way to go to get back to any kind of normalcy. It's no joke, but can't fight crazy. That's the way I see it. I'm so sick of tomfoolery people not with Girl, me and you both. But and I'm not gonna be the one this like the ones that wanna spray on the mosquito spray and then stick your arm into the thing with 1,000 mosquitoes to see if they bite. Mm-mm. I'm not the guinea pig. No, sir. I am not. My friends who drink all these immunity teas and African tea recipes caught it too. People won't learn. We have a fool here in state government suing the counties saying they don't have the right to have mask mandates in school. Yeah, that's what our governor does. He don't have anything better to do but to spend our money fighting our counties when the county school boards are trying to protect the children. Got who was that? What state was that? That lady went to the school board and said she was gonna bring all of her guns loaded if they try to make her child wear a mask. I'll see you on Monday. And then they arrested her. I said she should have been arrested right there. But they let her they let her walk on out, think about it over the weekend, and then finally go and arrest. I was like, I wouldn't have been able to say that and walk out. That guard that they have in there would have slammed me to the ground just from saying it. I am doing terrible. Valerie, why you doing terrible? No, I ain't put my anything to be yeah. So we know. There's a third of Americans out there that will not, no matter how many of their family members go to their grave, they will not. Because they're gonna swear, no, that's not why. Oh no, these statistics. No, they're just saying they just anybody that dies, they say that's the reason why they died, but that's not the reason why they died. They could have died, they could have had a heart attack and they would have said that's what they died from. Us like, okay, I'm just leaving it there, leaving it there. I just can't. I don't even go there. Jokes. I just leave it there. Call SWAT to your child. I wouldn't have got out of there. Forget the SWAT. I wouldn't have gotten out of that school board meeting. They would have greeted me with a slam on the floor, handcuffs, jacked up, taken to the car. Mm-mm. And soreness. Yeah, that continued achiness. Mm. Girl, I know. We know. I said she got some nerve. And when I heard they didn't do anything, and then finally, like 2 days later, they say she was arrested. I was like, please. That was a threat against everybody working in that school, and y'all let her just walk out? She could have came back right after she said that and said, "Well, let me think. Let me go and kill him now." Just like that little boy in Michigan. His mom and daddy knew he had a gun, bought the gun for him, took him out to Target, knew he had the gun, and wouldn't even. It's crazy. Straight crazy. And now all those families that lost their children, I forgot how many died, 4 or 5? I forgot how many he killed, but those families, that's gonna just, it's just crazy. These young kids are just angry. They play too many of those games and have too much idle time to be on the computer to get caught up in all that foolishness. You better not be black threatening anyone with a gun. You will be under the jail. I know, girl. I know. This is my second time. Oh, girl. The when they had, I forgot what was going on in Texas, and there was a black man walking around with a big AR-15 gun or whatever it was. It was a long rifle, and they told him, down, get down, because they will think you are the shooter. Get down." He out there thinking he gonna be Rambo or something. I was like, boy, don't you know? Huh. They know the gunfire came from a different direction, but just because you got that long gun, you will be the one. They'll say you are the one that did the shooting. Mm-mm. And you be the dead one. Mm-mm. I don't play around with police. Not at all. They're too trigger happy. They all scared. They all think somebody gonna shoot at them. You a traffic stop. They walk up to you with their hand on their guns. And I do understand people do kill them at traffic stops. That's one of the big reasons I don't, other than my vision is crap now and I don't want to be out driving at night, but I don't want to have any incidents with the police at night. We got too many crazy people in Florida. They arrested this man a couple of weeks ago pretending to be a police officer. He driving around with the whole his car is what's the word? Tricked out with police gear. That's the kind of stuff that scares me. You got crazy people pretending to be the police. And the only reason why they caught him is because he walked up to real police officers doing something. I don't know. I don't remember what they said the police officers were doing, but he walked up to him and said, "Do you need help?" And they looked at him like he's not a real police officer. I, I I'm like, how do people think they're gonna get away with stuff like this? It just blows my mind. But his car was tricked out like he was a police officer. Didn't care. He's gonna do his thing. And so now they're asking the people if they had been stopped by this man. Can you imagine getting a ticket from a fake police officer? You pissed off, and then you find out he's not even a real police officer. Oh my goodness. These people do some of the craziest things. Let me see. Can't say the word "see" on YouTube chat. That's right. We got to stop saying that. uh, just say "see." That's right. Not the whole word. Even me. I'm so bad. No person of any color could get away with that kind of speech. Some of these young black kids don't realize they are black. Well, this was a grown man, so he knew he was. All right, BJ. Yes. They're probably dinging me every time. Hey, Lori J, how are you today? The other side of my brain. What are you working on? And what's the weather like where you are? And I yet again got yarn caught in my chair. Ah, oh, I hate this. Which way is it going? Not that way. Uh-oh. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. My yarn is all caught around this doggone chair. This is what happens when you have too many projects going on. Oh, wow. And I don't know where my, oh, I think I was doing a J. I think I was using a J hook for this. If I could just, it is wrapped completely around my chair. Let me see, am I going the right way? Nope, I don't think I am. What a day. What a day. Oh, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Excuse me, everybody. I'm trying to get this yarn. I don't even know how this happened. Guess I was scooting over it. Uh. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. What a mess. Whew. Finally. Okay. Sorry. Had to get that yarn from under there. Whew. That was a workout. That's right, Valerie. Let me see. Yeah. That's probably why I've been getting dinged all this time because I go on a tangent about it. But anywho, let me see. Angel saying hi to Lori J. So silly. People play too much. My. Oh, your heat just kicked on? Your halter top. And is that the first time you're saying that? Thank you so much. I'm thinking about making one for myself, but it'll come down. Got to cover all this old lady fat. You thought you could do it, girl. I got yarn in my walker wheel. Almost fell down. Ooh, yeah, you got to be careful with that, Valerie. VJ, are you seeing what I see? Or Melanie? Or Lori? Let me see. I had to break the yarn so I could use my walk. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to do because that's that velvet yarn. I'm trying to make a purse with it, trying to get it finished. Well, I can't say that because I haven't touched it in probably 2 weeks. See what had happened was you right going to heat dinner. Okay. I'm working on warming myself up. It's 18 degrees. Wow. I've been drinking a lot of white peach tea. Oh. I like peach tea, but I haven't had it in a long time. When do you lose 25 pounds? Okay. Thank you, ladies. All right, let me see if I can. Ooh, I got a mess going on here. I already don't like working with this yarn now. It's all a hot mess. Does anybody else dislike this velvet yarn as much as I do? I'm hoping I can get this made into a purse. The lady that has been doing my linings, my friend, I haven't been able to get in touch with her. She has like 4 or 5 of my purses over there. I hope she's not sick. Because, me and this yarn are not friends today. Ooh, and it's pulling. Okay, I'm just going to crochet and see what happens. I found that Valerie Wood is back. Want it back, I mean. Lori and I both found it. Do you want it back? You can have all of it, honey. All of it. My knee is finally starting to feel better, so hopefully in a couple of months, when the weather is not fluctuating like it is crazy now, I can get back to walking again. That's my dream, to be able to walk without pain. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but that's what I want to happen. And I dropped my hook. I haven't seen any events for next month. I'm sure my friend will find something I'll probably say no to. We're supposed to be going to see that Prince movie, and I told him, I said, I'm telling you now, if there's a whole bunch of people in there, I'm not going. I'll go in there and see how many people are there. If there's too many for my comfort, we can go find some place to eat. Somebody I was watching a view and they were like, oh, if you sit outside, because all the people that um haven't had the vaccine are the ones that are sitting outside, so you're probably safer to sit inside. That's in New York, because apparently you have to show proof in New York, even though they let people of certain stature break the rules. I don't like the velvet yarn. It tear. Yeah, you can't, like, sometimes I'm loose with my stitches and stuff. You cannot be loose with your stitches with this velvet yarn. It looks like crap. Soreness and coughing. How did you do that, Valerie? I'm trying to lose 30 pounds. Girl, you and me both. Mm. I used velvet yarn to make my son's fiance sweater and warmed up in the first wash. I keep meaning to try it. It what in the first wash? I can't stand velvet yarn. Use it once, never again. Yeah, I have this. Let me see. I'm back. What I miss? Um, Me trying to get yarn from around my chair. Ah, talking bad about this velvet yarn that I'm trying to make a purse with. But I made me a top with this, and I've had this yarn just that long. It's been 3 years, probably, or longer. I think it's longer than that because I didn't have all this belly way back then, so it's probably been long, probably maybe 5 years. Yeah, I was much skinnier. Yeah, and I made the top, and you can see everywhere on that top where I didn't keep the tension on my stitch. I can't. I do not like this yarn, but I'm going to try to make a purse with it, and then because at this point I'm just trying to use it to get rid of it because I plan to never buy it again. And plus the top was way too hot for me. I think I donated that top because it was too hot for me. All right. Oh, I still got some to go. And I didn't like when I did that hoodie, um, turtleneck hoodie, and I used that what's the name of that yarn? Where is it? I don't even see it. Feel like butter. Feel like butter. Yeah, it feels like butter, but for some reason I didn't like using it. Now it's been so long since I did it, I don't remember why I didn't like using it. Someone asked me that in the comments. Why didn't I like that yarn? And I couldn't remember why. And I didn't say, because I had to look at my video, and I did not say in the video why I didn't like it, so I can't remember. I'm sure if I use it again, I would know why I didn't like it. All right, so that looks pretty good. Yeah, because I'm holding there's a little hole. I'm telling you, this tells everything, and that's exactly why it's going to be lined. What does that say? Velvet yarn you need to do single crochet. What is that? Is that worm? Is that what you're saying? And what does that mean? Oh, you never used it? I'm trying to get back 178 pounds. I am still 203. Oh, I'm trying to get to 150. Ooh, honey, I'm so far off from that. I made my daughter's full-size blanket and her best friend's hat and scarf set. Came out great. Did you use the velvet yarn or did you use something else? Mm, I have a broken tooth waiting on a dentist appointment. That is why I have. Oh, okay. Yep, that definitely will keep you from eating. What's everyone's favorite worsted or bulky yarn to make blankets with? I I have this Bernat blanket yarn, but I used it to make a purse with. The stitches in velvet yarn come loose and it looks like worms. Oh, okay. Okay, wormed up. Okay. Never used velvet yarn before. Yeah. It's definitely on my never to buy list. I am done with it. You definitely have to hold your attention. There is no, it has no room for, let me see, loose stitches. Yeah, I'm doing this because I dropped down because I was using a larger hook for it and I dropped down to the J hook and this seems to be working okay, but it's still going to get a lining. Mm-hmm. Saying hi to Kiwia. Around, did you get your hooks yet? Oh, Kiwi, you want hooks? Mm, but it's so soft. Is that what you're saying? Soft? Yeah, it's soft, but not for me anymore. I could find soft somewhere else that works better. And it was when I got it, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna use this yarn. I'm gonna make this top because it was one of Anna. I just thought about it. Have I seen a pattern from her? I haven't seen a pattern from her in a long time. I forgot what was her last pattern, but she was the one. It was her pattern that I bought this yarn for. Now I at least I can. I did it. You can best believe I won't do it again. She has a skirt pattern, and the yarn that she bought way back when, many years ago, at that time, that yarn was $55 for a cake. And I think the cake was like 500 100 yards, if I'm not mistaken. But for my size at the time, I would need 2 cakes. I was like, "What? Wait a minute, wait a minute. That's over $100." No, we're not going that route. So I ended up making it using the Caron Simply Soft yarn, and it made it really, really, really heavy. But I didn't need because it was a maxi skirt, and I really wanted to do it because it was a long skirt. But the more I used that Caron Simply Soft, the heavier that thing got. So it didn't become a maxi, but it became a skirt. I think I wore it one time, maybe. Did I miss somebody? Oh, I don't know what that's about. Let me see. I will track them when I get home. Oh, okay. Let me see. So soft. I need to get my. I got what you're saying though. I don't use bulky yarn unless I'm loom knitting. I use Red Heart Super Saver because it's cheap. Yeah, that's why most people use it, and it's not even cheap as it used to be, but it's still cheaper. Mainstay is costs less than Red Heart though. I love blanket yarn, velvet, and 4-ply worsted. The yarn from Dollar Tree is good too. Yeah, the Dollar Tree yarn is really nice. I have to give it to them. And it's Premier yarn, so Premier yarn is pretty good anyway. When you get lucky enough to see the ones that are big ones. Let me see, do I have a big one? Probably not. I have one. Let me see. No, I don't have one of the big ones because these are like 100 and something yards. Oh, it's called parchment. Where is it? 131 yards. But every now and again they have some that are like 200 and something yards. It's the luck of the draw at the Dollar Tree. And I've gone to several of them, and some of them have yarn, some of them don't. And if you ordered online, you have to buy a whole box. And I was like, I don't want a whole box of the same color. Now, if they had a variety box, that would be cool. But now the yarn is not $1 anymore. It's $1.25. $1.25 and counting because you know it won't stay $1.25. It's been $1 for I forgot how many years the Dollar Trees have been around. But the economy has hit them too. So if it's not a food item or an essential item, I'm not sure what they consider essential other than food. It's $1.25. That's all right. Doo-doo-doo. I just need to know, was it hard making those triangles to make your halter top? No, no, ma'am. You know it wasn't. The thing is, I think they're off because one looks bigger than the other one, and I know why because I went into an extra stitch on one of them. I said, please, boobies are two different sizes too. Anyway, I'm making a pocketbook using the Apache Tears mosaic pattern. Ooh, that sounds pretty. I can't do that mosaic though. I use Hirschner's Worsted Red Heart Super Saver and Simplicity Soft for 3/4 weight yarn blankets. I've used Bernat blanket for bulky yarn blankets. What size hook do you use when you do those bulkies? What size does this recommend? Super bulky, and it recommends the L hook, which I can't find. Where is my L hook? I'm so mad because that's the hook that I used, that I'm using to do this. What am I doing? Jacket. It's a jacket. And I had that. That was the hook that I was using, but I can't find it. I know it's somewhere. Because if the yarn is here, that hook has to be here somewhere. Somewhere. Things to do. John's a 4-ply. Saying hi to Charlie. I thought Dollar Tree yarn came in cases with like 5 balls of each. Where? In the store or online? Because the one time I went online, it was like one color. So maybe they do have a variety pack online. I haven't been online since. Uh-oh. No double crochet. Single, single, single. That was a long time ago when I first heard that they had. I think Jeanette, when I think Jeanette was the first one I heard talk about Dollar Tree yarn, and at the time our Dollar Trees still didn't have it here. So that's when I went online, and I think at the time they didn't have a variety pack. They just had pick whatever color you want. And it was 36, if I'm not mistaken, 36 skeins of yarn. So because I remember it being $36. So anywho, I was like, no, I'm not rolling like that. Charlotte Berry, I know you're going to be stunning. Yes, it sounds like it. That depends on the store, Lori. Oh, okay. Or maybe I should be making a mosaic pocketbook instead of a blanket. I didn't get very far on the blanket. It was just too time consuming. Oh, and you don't think the mosaic will be? Have you done the mosaic before? It intimidates me, so I leave it where with the experts. Because it's pretty, but I stay in my lane. I'm gonna leave the mosaic to the mosaic queens because it is not me. Mm, I didn't get very far with the mosaic blanket because it was too time. Oh, okay. Well, I think big blankets are time consuming, period. But then when you're doing something intricate like that, makes it doubly time consuming. I can't even imagine me doing that, but never say never. I still have that Tunisian washcloth in my head to do. Just it cannot be started because I refuse to start another project without finishing 2 or 3 of the ones that I'm already working on. And I have way too many of them right now going. Way too many. This is going to be the least of the ones I want to work on. All right, it's time for me to get me something to eat. I was thinking about going back on the computer, but I'm going to go on and work on my mom's blanket and have another scoop of chili because it's oh so delicious. All right. Well, I thank you all for joining me. Let's see what else. 4-ply is not the same as worsted. I think worsted is 10-ply. You want to look for the word for weight or worsted. Most value yarn comes in 4-weight or worsted. I paid over $100 for bee yarn online, Hobby Lobby. I made Mama a scarf and my daughter-in-law too. They both love. Yeah, that yarn at Hobby Lobby is expensive. I used Red Heart Super Saver, Karen Pound, and Big Twist. I love Big Twist. Big Twist is like really soft. That's a store near me that carries a generic 3-weight yarn and it's soft. There's a store near you. Oh, okay. Because the Big Twist I use most of the time when I was doing Graphgans, that's what I'd be using was the Big Twist. So that's why I have so much of it, but I haven't done a Graphgan in a bazillion. I have one Graphgan in my head to do, and I wanted to get it done for February, and it's yet done. Actually, I started a long time ago, but because I have yarn in so many places in this room of unfinished projects, I have no clue where it is. So I might as well just start over. I've just started doing overlay mosaic last weekend. I love it. Okay. I want to see all these mosaics when y'all finish them. All of them. I have to get some to eat also. Yeah. Thanks for the chat, everyone. Had a great week. Have a great weekend. You too, Serenity. I still like Serenity. Is it Christina or it's Christine? Let me see y'all tomorrow. All right, Valerie. And tomorrow is going to be another get her done Saturday because my brain can't think of a what do you call it? See, it still can't think of a crochet along to do right now because I have too many things going on. I need to get some of this stuff done. I have 4-ply worsted yarn, both acrylic and cotton. Which Big Twist do you like, Gigi? The Big Twist Value. I did buy one of their bulky and whatever it's called. I don't think it's called bulky, but it's 5-weight. I don't think it's over here though. No, because I can feel that. But I always buy just the value yarn. That's not Big Twist. I can tell that's not. Oh, maybe this is the 5. This is the bulky. No, don't look. No, this is 4. This isn't soft though. That must be somebody else's yarn. That is really tight. I don't think that's Big Twist. I think somebody put oh, the black doesn't feel good. Black is, let me see. But this black is really soft. That is so weird. They both say Big Twist Value. Both have 3, and they're totally different sizes. This one is shorter than this one. And the blacks don't look the same either. Maybe it's just yeah, they do look different. That doesn't look like Big Twist. I think that is somebody else's yarn and they put a big, because it's you can see it's taped. I don't think that's because this Big Twist is definitely soft. I know this is for real, the Big Twist. But it's really, really soft. And if you do use the Red Heart and it's stiff, if you wash it, it gets really soft because I've made a few cardigans using it and it's stiff and I just wash it and put in the dryer. Yeah, I throw it in the dryer and it comes out really soft. So don't be afraid to get it when it's on sale. Good night, Nadine. Thank you for joining me. Christina, let me go write that right now. Serenity is Christina. Christina. I like both your names. I have not made a mosaic blanket, but I make change purses, so I thought I would do a pocketbook. How do you make your do you do the mosaic change purses? That sounds pretty. Do you have a Etsy shop? Do you sell it? What's going on with the mosaic? Because I'm sure it's gorge. Sure it is. All right, everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and go and watch my mafia show, eat my chili, and work on that blanket so that maybe one day in the near future it will be done. I think this is gonna be my work on tomorrow during my live. I do like the way it looks. I just don't like working with it. But for this, now that I'm paying attention to my stitches, it looks good. I don't know if I'm gonna put this in my Etsy shop. It might become mine. I don't know. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Everybody have a good evening. Stay warm, stay safe, keep crocheting. Bye bye. This is to Renee.